Hey everyone, it's Sam Ameline for the AEP 800 Module 15 class. This is the assignment for the 5 technologies. The first technology that I chose is a website called Plickers. It's actually a website that uses a couple different tools for you as a teacher, or really anybody that wants to get anything like a survey data, any type of assessment, any type of instant feedback. It's really cool. It's a site that's designed for you to input questions and information into their website and then project it somewhere in your room and then have people answer your questions real time at their seats. So if you look at the screen right here, it kind of gives you a really basic view of what actually happens. What you can't see is somewhere in the room is projected a question, and then each kid gets an individual card that corresponds with a number, and they hold up the card based on your A, B, C, or D answer. They flip it certain ways, and then your phone, you take out your phone, you have an app, you have the Plickers app on it. Your phone actually scans these little squares, which I'll show you later. And once it scans it, it instantly throws up on the screen who answered what question, what percentage got it right, what got it wrong. And it can even, you can go back, it saves your data, and you can see which kids are answering right, which kids are answering wrong. And it's great for polling, it's great for formative assessment. And so that's pretty much the basic thing. So let me get into the questions. So I selected this resource because it's just another great tool to formatively assess your students. As teachers, we're really always looking for another type of assessment, another creative form of assessments, because just taking that pencil test, just doing a worksheet, sometimes it just doesn't cut it anymore. We have to keep trying to engage the students. So trying to find something different, this came up. I believe one of our tech people at our district, we had a meeting, brought it up, and I really like it. The purpose of this tool is definitely to assess. That would be one of the main things. So to assess learning, to assess anything that you've been doing, see if the kids really picked up that information. The intended audience for Plickers is definitely the kids. I mean, if you could use it in any other setting, it would just be whoever you are polling, whoever you're trying to assess. But students would be my audience in this, definitely. The ISTE standards that go over this type of technology is TPAC 1 and IST T.2.C. Okay, and so I'll just take you through this site step by step, just so you get a little feel for it. So I kind of explain how it works, but let me kind of explain how you get to the website. So as I told you, each kid or each person that you're assessing gets a card. And if you look on this site or this page right here, it kind of gives you a small picture of the card. Let me try to maybe get a bigger one. All right here. So as you see, I kind of got my cursor around it. It's a weird type of square, but the way that the kid holds it depends on what answer they're displaying to you. So if you look at the top of this square is the answer B. So you tell the kid, if you want to answer letter B, you hold it up straight for B. But say you want C, you flip the card around, you hold up to C, D, or A. And if you look, they have the number 1 on it, so this is actually student 1. So that student that you assign to the number 1, which I'll show you later, how to assign the kids and things like that, would get this 1. So if you want to, when we go to like the polling and the answers on the screen, you don't have to tell the kids which numbers out loud that each one has, so it's not embarrassing if they get the question wrong. You can if you want, if you feel that it's not going to be a problem, but it also, you can be anonymous in answering if the kids aren't peeking everywhere, and it's kind of hard to see which really letter they're holding up because the letters aren't very big. So if you look down here, there's a 2 square. If you also look, the squares are different looking in shape. That's how your phone picks out the different ones. It actually looks at the shape, and each one has a specific shaded in cutout area that it lets the phone know, hey, number 4 answered C, number 3 answered whatever they did. So really ingenious. I have no idea the technology that goes into your phone reading that, but it's really cool. And so you would just print out the cards. All this stuff is free. You just have to sign up. So you can print out a stack of 40 cards. I mean, you can even go to, I think, 63. So you can pull a large group of people. So let's kind of get into the meat of this program, because you have to have questions that go along with it. So I'll actually go into my personal one. Excuse me. It's actually this one. Okay, so this is kind of the basic setup for your question that you want to display on your screen. You can make up really any ones you want. I'm a history teacher, so most of this stuff is going to be history. You can make up classes. Okay, you can make up sets that each class does a certain number of questions. You can see which classes went over certain questions. It gives you a lot of real great answers and real great options. Okay, so I even so I pulled my kids during a review. Say we go to this question. I said, what question type would you like for a bonus tomorrow? Because I give a bonus on each one of my quizzes. So A, drawing, B, poll, bonus, C, riddle, or a D, puzzle. And so it's really cool. This is actually last year. I could go back and see which ones my kids like the most. So they actually either said poll or a riddle, and I asked them in person which one they wanted more, and they actually chose a riddle last year. So it's cool. I could see who answered what. I could even see who didn't answer. So this kind of data lets me know a whole lot of things that I could use for assessing learning, which is awesome. So like if we get to the real questions, okay, so we did a thing on imperialism. Why did countries practice or perform imperialism? To gain prestige, to gain land, all that stuff. And it was all the above. So I can actually see, I believe, yeah, which kids got it right. So most of my class got it right. It's pretty good. So, and to use this, I mean, it's really easy. You could just add a new question. I could say, which is favorite type of dog? And that shows up. You could do multiple choice, true, false. Gets rid of all your options. And then you could choose which one's your correct answer as you fill in the answers. Okay, and you can make folders for all your questions so they're all organized. So you have sets. You can make whole chapter sets for review. It's really cool like that. You can make like a pop quiz. You can make exit slips. You can really make anything that you're trying to get information or knowledge or assess things on students. So really cool. Love Plickers. It's a great way to break down assessment, and it's a great way, it's a free way to get something else in your classroom or presentation or any type of assessment. So yeah, Plickers, check it out, plickers.com.